What's going on, gang? What's going on, man? It's your guy 5100 CJ, aka the Pookie Hybrid. Back at y'all with another live video. So we're gonna chop it up. How everybody doing, man? If you want to chat, holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Let me know where you at, what you got going. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can hear me clearly, let me know. But yeah, I'm back with another video, man. And it's kind of impromptu. I kind of thought about this show yesterday, but today is the day I decided to put this show into action, right? So a little bit of background on even why I'm deciding to do this show. You know what I'm saying? Freezing, man. No captivity with Freezing, my dog. What's going on, bro? Trying to get my live game up like yours, man. Trying to turn it on. I think I'm gonna go with what's the name? Ecamm? I think I'm gonna go with Ecamm, man. I think I'm gonna start rocking with Ecamm. I just like the presentation, like the picture quality. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? But there's just something about the way Ecamm look or the way you make it look. I don't know. Maybe I can't even pull that off. But yeah, I'm getting on my live game shit, man. I got a new strategy, right? Got a new strategy. Just rock with me for a minute. I'm gonna get into it. So all you people here, it's 4 people here. You know, I gotta build my live presentation up, you know what I mean? So I understand the number's gonna be small. We gonna make some shit happen, you feel what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to my boy Freezing and No Cap crew, man. You know what I'm saying? Good people. Every time I go over there, I get love, shout outs, you know what I'm saying? Even the people that ain't never heard of me before. Show me love when I go over there, and that's all thanks to Freezy. So my dog, you know what I'm saying? But so the reason I decided to talk about this today, and the reason I feel the way I feel, is because I kind of was forced to, right? So, as I don't know if y'all know, right? But me and Tez have kind of excluded ourselves from a lot of things in this space. Like me personally, I've gotten to the point where I'm just tired of the back and forth because I felt as if it was really getting people nowhere. People were just fighting, cussing each other out. Black bitches this, 40K that, niggas ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Just the same old conversation. It was just like, I don't know. The approach just got on my nerves, right? It just didn't do anything productive in my opinion. So recently, we had kind of removed ourselves from this space. And honestly, probably me more than Tez because I hadn't even been watching content in this space. I had been taking a break. I've been watching more sports stuff, really focusing on my pre-recorded content. By the way, I did just do a video with my daughter called How Can I Be a Better Dad? And she has shown everybody that she is a superstar. So y'all want to go see that. That is on the Pookie Hybrid channel. So y'all make sure y'all go check it out. It's the last pre-recorded video I dropped. And shout out to my baby girl. She did her thing. She did what I knew she was going to do. Be superstar, be courageous, be spontaneous, and be entertaining. That's what she is. And I'm working on her and building her social media presence. You know, I kind of been iffy about that, but we're going to make it happen because it's who she is. The personality has to be cultivated. You know, I don't want it to go dormant. You know, as a kid, I was a very excited child, energetic child. I mean, I was a lot like my daughter, you know, but really my folks couldn't, you know, mold and put into that like they wanted to. So I want to make a difference with my baby. But anyway, so I had been hearing about this guy, Hemp, right? And the first person that told me about Hemp was my partner in crime, Tez the 5100 podcast. If you're watching, bro, salute. Yeah, so he told me about this channel called This Might Be Risky. And that was probably October, November of last year when he told me. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever. Because I was just kind of getting to the point where I didn't care to watch any content, bro. I got to the point where the people that I was seeing already were doing too much to me. Was annoying to me, and I just didn't want to have that conversation. I really didn't. I didn't want to watch that shit. I had got to the point where I was really burnt out on this space. And I'm still at that point to an extent, but I've kind of reasoned with myself and had conversations with people that I respect and admire. That's kind of changed my perspective a little bit, but I still kind of feel that way. So he told me about it. I never went to go look at Hamp's channel. Never. Just didn't give a damn, right? And I think the next time Hamp came up on my radar was when I was on Noble, aka the World Classes panel. And I believe Noble was doing a review of Tommy Sotomayor and a guy named Mr. C. I think that was his name. Light skinned that nigga, right? And him and Tommy were going back and forth, and World Class was doing, what he does. He does reviews of people's shows. He does it all the time. So I just came up there, showed support for my guy at the time. And I was like, whatever. So I was like, what show is this? And it was like, this might be risky. I didn't even put it together at first. Like that, this is what Tez had told me about DJ Hamp. Like I hadn't put it together yet. I was like, okay, this might be risky. Okay, that's what's up. That's how much like I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, whatever, bro. I don't even care about this show because it's just I had got to that point where I didn't care about these content creators anymore. That's just where I got to. So that was the second time I heard of Hamp. The third time I heard of Hamp, I was watching I Seen Your Little Podcast. Hold on real quick. My guy, Sports Talk with Rob, my boy, what's going on? Let's see, this is Blaze. How you say your name? McQuarrie? Ooh, I'm probably butchering that shit, gang. But he said, peace and abundance. Maz in the chat. Hope all is well. Freezy put me on. Stop it through. Hey, man, appreciate you, man. No Cap Crew came through this junk. Freezy, you did it again. Salute to you, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Here go my dog, my right-hand man, my brother, the man that made me the godfather to his sons. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my guy, Tez the Five. And as I was telling, this is the Tez I was talking about. This is the co-host I'm talking about when I said that he was the first one to tell me about This Might Be Risky podcast and how basically this shit went in one ear and out the other because I had got so tired of, hearing about it. So anyway, I was watching I Seen Your Little Podcast, the Pod Mob Boss. You feel what I'm saying? And I was watching, because I watch podcasts. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I don't always agree with how podcast handles his emotions and his temperament, but you'll be a damn lie if you said podcast wasn't entertaining. And when he gets a bone, he's a dog, a big dog with that bone, and he locking in on it. Pause. But he basically is one of the better content creators in this space, in my opinion. When he's on his A game, it's not too much. It's nobody that's too much better than podcast when he's on his A game. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I was watching him, and he brought up Hamp. And I believe this. I heard him talk about this during that whole debacle between Freezy, World Class, and podcast. I think that's when I realized again this Hamp person, and I was like, okay, who is this Hamp guy, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? But even then, after hearing so many people talk about it, I just didn't care to look into it, bro. I didn't. I'm just gonna be honest, like, cause I need y'all to understand something about me, and I think I'll speak for myself, but I think this applies to Tez too, bro. When we start realizing the flaw shit, we don't want to be a part of it. Like, it's like once we kind of pick up on the fuckery, we're pretty much done. We're not finna fake kick it. We're not finna hop on panels if we don't rock with you. Like, we're not finna go back and forth with men that we believe are just trying to make money and don't really care about the mission. Because for me and Tez, when we came into this space, it was about the mission. So once we realized that most of these guys and gals wasn't about the mission, we was done, gang. It just really wasn't much for us to really say. So I had kind of really just didn't care about anybody in this space as far as content creation goes. And then finally, I'm getting there. Just rock with me, right? So I was working on my website, and if I'm going to bring up the website, I might as well show you it, because I am not just local. I am countrywide. I will be worldwide soon once that child support get paid down. Um, but I was working on my website, and while I'm mentioning my website, I want to go ahead and show y'all my website so you can understand who I am and what I does. You dig what I'm saying? So this is my website, vip-memphis.com. And I am a photographer / videographer, and I'm working on the cinematographer part of my game. So I'm able to shoot documentaries, movies, and things of that nature to even more illustrate the point of what I talk about on podcasts. It's all connected, right? So this is VIP Memphis. You know what I'm saying? This is my page. You know, just a little quick overview. You know, I'm not gonna do too much, but this is just a quick rundown of who I am, what I do. You know, here we go. You feel me? You know, it ain't too shabby. You feel me? I took my time, right? So this is just some of the work I've done. If you want to come over here and check it out, videos and podcasts, you know what I'm saying? Check me out. So anyway, as I was working on this website to improve it one day, I saw, once again, I seen your little podcast in my timeline, and I saw him share a link on his, what do you call it, community tab, and he was like, the aftermath or something to that effect about the last show he was just on. But I thought it was gonna be a clip, because usually when podcasts share them little links real quick, it's something silly, you know what I'm saying? Something, a quick hitter, a minute at the most. But this was actually a show, and this was the first time I had listened to This Might Be Risky with DJ Hemp for myself. This was the first time I had heard and seen a show, right? So it was the one he did about the black male content creators in this space, right? Right now, I was gonna pull it up, but it is actually behind the paywall. He has it behind the membership. Smart guy, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at your hustle. Keep doing your thing. But I wasn't finna pay for that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not that crucial to me, because I wasn't gonna be spending too much time on that video anyway. But I saw that episode, and I believe, let me make sure, let me get it right. I don't wanna disrespect and say the wrong name. So if I'm not mistaken, the guys that came on that panel were Jay Prince, Fatty, Ilkan Ali, Cheeky Banter, Aaron O, The World Class, Sharon Bracy, Daryl Long, Lil Podcast, and Jay Prince. That's who that show included. That's who that show was somewhat centered around, and they had conversations. So I didn't really watch it. I more so listened to it, because I don't know if y'all ever made a website or edited a website. That shit take time, gang. Like it's especially me. I'm a perfectionist, so like I want my shit to smack. Hold on. High quality H2O. I know, like good cold water, bro. Hey man, shout out to the OG in the space, who I have recently gotten more respect for. I'm gonna keep that behind the scenes of why, but wise brother can make things simple and plain if you listen. The key is if you listen, right? So shout out to OG J Speed. Appreciate you coming through, brother. I ain't saying this name in so long. What's up, Chocolate Drop, man? Look, shout out to Jill's Chocolate Boutique. You still got them sweet treats, right? I know you still got them, man. If you wanna drop your link to get them, if you're still doing it, I'll post it for you, because I heard them just smacking. You dig what I'm saying? Bussin', as my daughter would say. But yeah, shout out to you too, love. Thank you for being here. So, as I was listening to this black male content creator panel that Hemp put together, I liked the way this brother was asking questions. I wish I could display it for you. Maybe I can if I can. I think he got some clips out too. But I like the way that this brother put this panel together and the way he was asking questions. And the way he was communicating with him, right? And this was, I think this was, my first time watching him in this show was Tuesday or Wednesday. This was the first time I had ever watched a DJ Hamp This Might Be Risky production, right? Because I just didn't give a fuck, gang. I just didn't. Like, I just was not interested in watching nobody. So the fact that I ended up watching him, to me, just is a testament to what I needed to watch it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't interested in watching him, but the way he was forced into my lexicon, like the word lexicon, it's a big word, but the way he was brought into my space, and the way I ended up watching him, he was constantly talked about. And I just was watching podcasts. I was watching my timeline, scrolling, and I saw a podcast, and I watched it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, huh. So I was kind of forced to. That's the power of, nature and persuasion and word of mouth, right? That's how I ended up watching him. So as I'm watching this show, I'm thinking about the way he's putting it together. He's not letting people get away with shit, but he's not forcing people to answer in a way that he think that they should. He's letting them, basically, if you want to say he's somebody that's an opportunist, if you want to say he's somebody that wants to take advantage of a situation, the way you would frame it is, you would say he's letting them dig a hole for themselves. Now, I don't know the brother well enough to say what his intentions are, but that's the way I can frame it to make you understand what I was hearing and seeing. And I just like the way he conducted the show. And now look, some of them people on them panels, right, are the reason why I don't do live shows. Like, well, not that I don't do live shows. It's the reason I don't really hop on panels like I used to, because it was just like people like Daryl Long, right? Daryl Long would keep up shit. Now, was he being bothered by people too? Yes, I saw it. Definitely. But he didn't mind being in the shit. He didn't mind being petty. He didn't mind using people's kids. Fatty, same thing. Angry Man, same thing. Now, I don't know about Jay Prince, because I can't stand to listen to Jay Prince for long. I'm sorry. I don't mean no harm. But the way he puts sentences together, it's just, oh God, like, hearing that man talk, bro, it's like, what the fuck did he just say? Like, I could hear him talk for 5 minutes and not understand what he just said. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe I'm slow. Okay? I don't know. But I could never put it together. So the people he had on the panel are people that, me personally, most of them I didn't like. I didn't respect the things that I've seen them do in this space. So, to see them be on a panel and him to put that together and let them hash it out in a respectful manner, but still kind of being stern, I thought it was dope. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Jill says, if you still follow me on Instagram, Jill, it's just the Pookie Hybrid on Instagram. Drop the link to your site or however you do it, and I'll post it in the chat. I'm glad to see you again, for real. Dusto in the building. He says, Dust, what's going on, gang? We need a Swiffer in this whole for all this dust that he trying to bring through. Come on, man. All right, Alexis from Texas. What's going on, darling? I'm doing well. How are you doing? And you said, don't forget about Vine and things tonight at 6:30. I will pop through for a moment after I get done with the show. I got you. All right. And Blaze, I'm just going to say Blaze, so I won't fuck your name up, bro. Yeah, I heard of the DJ Hamp and This Might Be Risky channel through the Real Bravado Network. The other guys I've seen on other panels, and that was enough for me. Okay. So, he, like I said, he puts together a dope show. Like, the questions are even different, right? So I wasn't able to pull up, and shout out my guy Alex X, you dig what I'm saying? Appreciate you coming through again, bro. That's another one of my moderators, man. Y'all show my guy some love, man. He been around here for a minute now. You know, we've been rocking since I got back really putting Pookie Hybrid together. He been here. So shout out to you, guy, my guy. Appreciate you coming through. Now, I got some footage, right? Not too much. I ain't doing too much tonight. But I saw this one show that he did. Because after I watched that first one, I was interested. So once I get interested, I'm finna see what's going on. Now, I haven't watched a whole lot of his content. I would say in all, I probably watched since Tuesday, and including Tuesday, I probably watched 4 videos, but not the whole thing. Like little clips here and there. So that's how I got on this, right? Yeah, the 5100 podcast and the Pookie Hybrid channel. Yeah, I'm streaming from 2 for sure. So now I watched this show where he talked about before I do that, let me not get too ahead of myself. This male content creator show he did. A lot of the guys were belaboring points. Now you could blame one person or the next. It really doesn't even matter, because when people come to watch the show, they only seeing what was on the screen, right? So if you know some of the people in the space that do this and you're saying, well, this is what he always does, or at the end of the day, that doesn't matter, because the new viewer, the person that doesn't know these other characters on the show, they just see a whole bunch of niggas on the show arguing, right? And he let them have it for a little while. And then he kind of came into, he's like, bro, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, but it wasn't, the way he did it wasn't disrespectful. He didn't really call nobody out of their name, but he said, man, this is corny, bro. We missing the point by this little small thing. And, you know, guys had their perspectives on what he said. But I just like the way he took control of that conversation without it being like, I'm man, hear me roar. Like he just kind of steered, he steered the ship. Now I've seen guys do that pretty well in this space, but as I watched it, I said, that's different. His energy is a little different. So when I watched the next show, I was like, okay, this guy has something. Like this guy, and he said he's a DJ. Now that makes sense to me, because he knows how to conduct himself, and he knows how to, you know, work the crowd. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like being a band instructor. He kind of understands, but he puts it in. He just gets it in line, right? You know what I'm saying? My guy Ray, Reckless Ray, what's going on, man? The Money Man, Money Conversations. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go subscribe to my guy channel. And I still haven't made this nigga a mod. Hold on, bro. This ain't right. Fool. Hold on. That can't be right. You not a mod, Ray, for real? Hold on. Let me make you a mod right quick, and we get right back to the action. But yeah, just the way he was conducting himself and conducting his panel was unique to me. You know, it wasn't something I had never seen, but I had seen very little of it. So it was like, interesting, you know? Like it just kind of made me look at him a little different. Like I was like, okay, this guy kind of has my interest. Okay, let's do this, Ray. I'm gonna make you a mod right now. I got you. You are now a moderator, Ray. I appreciate you and all your hard work, man. So I had to bless you with the moderator tag. You see what I'm saying? And he says, hit that like button. Yes, sir. Hit that like button for me. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. So he says, DJ Hemp, I don't know how he controls all that. Big ups to him. Yeah, he does it. He definitely does it in a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, he just does it in a very calm, controlled manner. So, I want to pull up something, right? Let me pull something up, bro. All right. So this show was When the Generations Clash. Now, Tez probably hears that title and is thinking what I thought when I saw that title, right? And what I was thinking was, why is my screen like that? It's tripping. Okay, there we go. So when I saw that title, it made me think. Tez, do you have any idea what it made me think when I saw that title? For those that don't know, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Ted's gonna probably say it if he's still paying attention. But we had one of those conversations on the 5100 podcast. I would think we did two, I believe. It was one connected with the What We Know podcast, and one was connected. Right? So we had a show with, I believe it was Mandrell, JT from What We Know podcast, Rob, formerly known as What We Know podcast, Mr. Bennett, I think Hink came through, Mandrell came through, Big Mike Drop. Shout out to Big Mike Drop. I ain't seen him in a while, man. Shout out to you, bro. Hope you're doing all right. But we had the conversation about millennials and Generation X, and I think we even included the boomers in the conversation, right? And it did not go well. So to see Hemp doing the show, I was just interested to see how that show went. Now we're gonna have to watch a good chunk of it to get to where I'm trying to go, and I'll probably skip ahead too. But I'm gonna go ahead and play some of this, and I want y'all to understand why I see him as a good content creator, and why, I think we should give him a chance in this space. And let me say this too, because I don't know how many people saw it, because y'all don't really be checking my shit out before I go live. But I had the title different. I said, my warning to DJ Hemp of This Might Be Risky podcast. And I talked to some people that I respect that kind of gave me that. And I was kind of hesitant to even make that title in the first place. So to be fair, it didn't take much to get me to change my mind. But the people that I had talked to, I respected them enough to hear what they had to say, which changed my mind. And I didn't want to have the title be my warning, because I don't even want it to come off like I'm trying to run a nigga or, tell him how to conduct this business. That's a man at the end of the day. He don't even know me. Don't even know I exist probably. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to do that. And the guys that I rock with that gave me some advice, kind of, I respected where they came from. So I had that title at first. And then I just wanted to say, you know what? I think bro know what he's doing. Because as I watched and I talked to some people that I respect about him, it kind of gave me a different lens to view what he was doing, right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to this first clip. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to spend too much time belaboring the point.
No. Here's the thing. When you look at the black community, the only niggas that young niggas respect is niggas coming out the pen, is killers and gangsters. Damn. And the reason why they respect them is not because they respect them, it's because they fear them. They don't want to get fucked up. You understand? Respect ain't about fearing somebody. Respect is about, okay, you know what? You came before me. You did your thing. Boom, boom, boom. I give you respect. You feel what I'm saying?
And I want y'all to know something right quick. What's crazy about what you seen on the screen? I didn't even know you could do like the split screen between two people and then have the other four people on the side. Like, I didn't even know that. That's how long I've been out to space. Like, I didn't even know you could do that shit, right? But Angry Man is a person. Angry Man is a person in this space that has been here for a long time. And I have been here listening and watching content for a long time. I've probably been creating content for about 2 years, but I was around when the Black Rams was around, when BGS was really cooking back in the day. Obsidian was doing the 2 hour long podcast. The battles between Princella and Cynthia G and Ramil, not Ramil, but Angel Ramirez, whatever the dude's name is. Like, I've been around for a while. I've seen a lot of content creators come and go, right? So my perspective is, it's not just a Johnny come lately perspective. So Angry Man, I've seen in this space, I've seen him contradict himself. I've seen him make great points. I've seen him sound like a dumbass. I've seen him cook a panel by himself. Like, I've seen dude do a lot of things. There's no denying his talent, but I've actually had a run-in with him myself. And it wasn't about his content. It wasn't about his cameras or how much money he was making. It was none of that. It was man-to-man shit. And he crossed the line with me that really, I just want to box. I just want to, you know what I'm saying, put the boxing gloves on, go on, box it out. We can shake hands after that, man, smoke a cigar. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to have to, like, well, I don't smoke cigars, but you get the point. So we can get a drink or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but certain lines just don't get crossed. And that's what I don't like about this space. Like, people like to play really tough as fuck when a camera on and we're not gonna see each other. That's why I just don't like that. Like, because I really put hands on a nigga for playing with me in a certain way. So I don't. That's my experience of Angry Man. Right. So to see him on this panel though, this is where I feel like I don't agree with everything he says, but this is where I feel like when he's actually just focused on having the conversation, I believe this is when his brilliance comes out. You know, even if you don't agree, the brother has well thought out perspectives. But I disagree with this perspective that we respect the street ninjas, and I get that. And it's not, the reason we respect them is not because we were taught to do this by our mothers or anything of that nature. The reason is it's been pushed in front of us, and that's the image of man that they sell to black children. It's not even debatable. But anyway, let's go.
What I'm saying, for coming down the road I already went down, right? That's hierarchy. You feel me? It's just like if you pledge a fraternity, right? You pledge a fraternity, you got your older fraternal brothers. They're gonna give you shit. You don't get to give them shit. You get to get a next generation shit. Shit rolls downhill, not uphill. So how the fuck is young niggas giving old niggas shit? Especially if them old niggas actually accomplish something.
Because they don't respect what you accomplished. That's why.
Because they not
Don't
men.
you understand that?
Because they not men.
And this is right here. This right here is why this space, it just annoys me. Like, so they're not men because they don't respect what you've done. First of all, the word respect gets thrown around too loosely. Respect has nothing to do with like. Respect has nothing to do with how it makes you feel. Respect is, let me explain it to you in an example. You hear a growl outside your door when you're going to take the trash out. It's not just fear. I know people are going to go to fear, but just think about what I'm saying. You go outside your house to throw the trash away and you hear this growl. The bass in that growl is so heavy that it makes you reconsider going around that corner. That is a respect for whatever you think that might be. It's not about liking it. It's not about something you agree with. It's about something you better understand and respect that it's there. That's all respect is. So when he says that they're not men because they don't respect something, it's like you gotta put shit on. You gotta put shit in context, bro. Like, the reason we don't respect Generation X the way we probably should is because of not having our fathers, not being taught the way we thought we should have been taught, whether we're right or wrong. It doesn't matter for real. It's just the way we view it. And we do have a lot of our mother's identity when we look at older men, because in that time frame, our examples were women. And I'm saying that as somebody that has fought to be in my child's life, and I know how fucking difficult it is, and I know the negative stereotypes that you wear on your back as a black man. So I understand it more now. But I'm trying to explain to you the millennial and in the Generation Z's mind when we look at you. You were not a fixture, a a strong presence in our life so we don't see you that way. It's not just being a guy that got money. It's not just being a guy that got women. It's a guy that's just consistent. You know who we do respect? Old head at the end of the block. Because I got one on the same block I grew up on. He just passed away not too long ago. Mr. Gill, rest in peace. But that man just put knowledge in my head when we talk. Simple shit. But and he had a wife and a family, and he had some stuff to his name. Like he worked for AT&T for 40 years. Now, that's not the path I want to take, but it was a man that did what he had to do, took care of his family, and you saw him. He was present. Whether you could or could not be, that's still a thing. It's not about arguing who's right or wrong. It's just the reality, bro. If you wasn't there, it's going to be hard for us to see you in a certain light. Right. Let me get to some of these comments and I'm going to get back to the video. All right. My boy said, facts respectfully. I am a man online, Asmo. Okay. Because they ain't actually accomplished anything. Shit being social media influencers. That's a part of the conversation, my dog. What's up, Marcus? What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you being here, bro. Dropping all them videos in my inbox, man. I appreciate you just showing love and giving me some content to react to. I'm gonna start getting to that too, for sure. All right, what my boy said, facts. People get too caught up in being right or wrong. Let's just agree to disagree and see how we can find a common ground and move forward. Facts. All right, let's get back to the video.
Don't you understand that? I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about your generation, my generation. They don't respect what we've done. We have failed our people. That's why they don't respect your words. Don't you understand that?
Bro, check this out. Why would they respect anything we've done when they're raised by women that don't respect us?
That's beside the point, brother. That's beside the point.
It's not beside the point.
It is beside the point.
How is it beside the point?
Because you just stated a reality. Our women are raising our young people. Are they going to listen to men that allow their women to raise a whole generation of...
What I just say? Now, he used an interesting word that they're going to pick up on. He said, allow. You allowed your women to raise your kids without you. Some to that extent, he just said. I want you to pay attention to that word.
Black people? Bro, we lost respect with our men, brother.
So let me ask you this. Because we failed. So let me ask you this.
Young people don't respect us.
Let me ask you this.
They shouldn't.
Let me ask you this, bro. And see, I'm gonna give you respect because you are a little bit older than me. First of all, we didn't let anybody do any motherfucking thing.
Absolutely not.
We didn't let anybody do any fucking thing, especially when you're talking about Gen X. Gen X didn't create shit. We inherited the shit and tried to make the best of it we could. Most Gen Xers, even when their relationships failed, they still fought like hell to be in their children's lives and shit. But when you have, everybody knows that the mama is a bigger influence on.
Now, this is the interesting part, right? Because right here, I agree with Angry Man. Because there were some men that did, absolutely. But for the most part, black men didn't just let their children be raised by women. A lot of the time they were put in situations where they could not. I know what people like to deny racism. I said it like that for a reason in this space, in the world, period. Because they don't want to accept the fact that we had a different path than most people in this country. We're still fighting to just be simply looked as men. Doesn't excuse what's happened. It's just the reason for what's going on. He's right on that part. Okay. It wasn't just let, but I think people have a problem with, okay, we can acknowledge that, but the result is it happened without your input. And what do you expect us to do as the younger generation that had to basically try to be the difference in what we didn't see. Because what he's about to say, you're about to hear him, but what he's about to say is that they went through the same thing. But I'm gonna stop interrupting right now because I wanted to get through because we got a little ways to go. So let's get to it.
It's on the child and the father, even if the father's in the household. So if you have a whole generation of women that don't respect black men because the world don't respect black men. The world ain't never.
As a man, are you trying?
Let me finish.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Let me finish. The world don't respect black men. Never has respected black men. And the women have went right along with that narrative. So you got brothers out here that are respectable and they still get disrespected. So when the children see that, they be like, man, I ain't listening to them old niggas. And now we got the shit we got going on right now where kids is just fucking lost. They ain't got no fucking guidance, but they're willing to listen to the nigga fresh out the pen that's a killer, which means they can listen.
And see, that's not true. It's not because he's got his fresh out the pen that's a killer. That's not what it is. It's not. What it is that they're living a lifestyle or come from a lifestyle that is propped up in media, in podcasts, in music videos, in music. This is what the black man is supposed to be. That's the problem. It ain't that we don't. And then it's like, okay, is Kevin Durant a street nigga? Is LeBron James a street nigga? Okay, that's sports. Let me take it out of sports. Okay. Let's look at podcasters. Was Kevin Samuels a street nigga? Actually, he was against that mentality of being in the streets and not elevating yourself in the best way possible, having your pants hanging off your ass. How was he able to get through to those kids that only respect people in prison or that's coming home from prison or they didn't bust? I done said this shit 100 times. Most niggas ain't never shot a gun at nothing. Most black men for sure ain't gotten a fight. Most of them have not gotten a fight. Most of the guys I went to school with did not fight, and I'm from Memphis, gang. So you can't tell me shit. I come from that. Like, that's a part of the culture, but everybody wasn't involved in it. So no, you cannot say that we only listen to the street. No, you got 600,000 subscribers, gang. You sound foolish right now. But I digress.
Listen to somebody. They're just choosing to listen to the wrong motherfuckers.
As a man, are you trying to do the best that you can, or are you out there doing it, regardless of the barriers that you have?
I'm doing it.
What are you doing personally? I'm not asking you to give me a resume. I'm just saying in general, for you personally.
I'm doing I'm doing by raising my boys and by coming up here every day and trying to school these dudes on how to be better.
And so am I. And so am I.
I'm not taking it from you.
But here's the but part. Here's the but part. When you look at black people in general, black men as a whole, these young people are looking at us in our age range as excuse makers. We're different. Both of us. We're both different. We don't represent what is actually going on out here, because if we did represent it, our women wouldn't be leading our communities. So how can we expect for our young people to respect us in conversation, to take our advice in conversation? How can we expect that?
Well,
and knowing that about our young, and I'm gonna land right here, and knowing that about our young people, and that's the thing, I'm aware of the reality and what it is, not just from my personal standpoint, but in general, that our young people don't respect us as black men and how we've allowed this culture of ours to go to crap. And because of that, we have to take a different approach when communicating with them. We have to learn how to resonate with them and get an understanding of where they are coming from.
Now, That is something that older black men struggle to do. To listen and try to understand where that younger man that you were not there for whatever reason, or woman, for whatever reason, you don't actually take the time to understand where they're coming from because they didn't have a choice in whether you were going to be there or not, or whether your influence was powerful or not. And he said it. What this culture has devolved to, we can't say someone's a leader of our community, or this is where the buck stops. And then when the buck is stopped, you tell us that, you know, we're single mother raised and we don't understand. You're not going to get through to us like that. Even though I agree with that message. But you know what I think it is? I think it's the fact that older black men are still fighting to be viewed as men. This is where I think it's more racial, because our men in the black community have never really got a chance to really be men in the full sense and context of the word. So when I, as a younger man, is telling you something that you might not understand, right? Or something you may not know nothing about, when I'm coming to you like that, you're thinking I'm challenging your authority when I'm really not. And then there are younger men who do it. So it's a very nuanced conversation. But I like that they're having it, and I want you to notice something. Hamp is letting them rock. He's not trying to control who's interrupting, because sometimes interrupting is needed. But he's letting them have the conversation. I need y'all to pay attention to that, because this is why this brother he gives me some hope for this space, for sure. And just our community in general.
If we can't do that, and we say, oh, F all these young dudes, they soft, they this and they that, we ain't gonna get no progress whatsoever.
Okay.
We ain't gonna get no progress.
Not all of them, just fucking soft ones.
Okay. First of all, you said a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So number one, it ain't about what my generation has accomplished. It's about what they haven't. Because that's what black men are judged on. Black men are judged on what they haven't done. We're the only group of men that are judged on what we haven't done. Every other man is judged on what he does, not what he hasn't done. Okay. And that's part of the
I agree with that too.
Influence of the women. And going back to what I said about women raising the fucking community, that is not totally our fucking fault.
It's not. It's largely not our fault. It's largely not our fault.
Yeah, it's not. So number one, we're already dealing. That's not an excuse. We already dealing. I can drop the facts on it. I can drop the facts on it.
Angry man, can I please, just, I hate to interrupt you, brother, but I'm going to let me arm you with this. There's a difference between, and this is where niggas like to split hairs. Anytime you bring up a reason, they disguise it as an excuse.
Yeah,
I agree with that shit so much. Cause like when people tell me, like with my situation with my daughter, right, when I didn't have any custody, like, well, you know, you're just making excuses for why you don't see your daughter, and it's like, that's not an excuse. I don't have my daughter because she's being held from me. Not now, but at the time, she was being held from me. Well, why don't you go to court? I have, and it's still a process, so I don't have my child. So why don't you go holler at them? People like to throw that excuse word around to make themselves, especially men, to make themselves sound more like a man. That don't work with me. I'm gonna shut that shit down. So I'm glad that brother said that. There's a difference between a reason and an excuse that we're making for that reason. It's a difference, for sure. Oftentimes these grown men hop online every day and get into a goddamn shouting match with other men, all because of different point of views. You can't lead someone without a clear sense of direction. I agree 1,000%. I reject this comment in the name. Let me not play with God, but I reject this comment, bro. What the fuck? Why do we got Justin Fields, bro? See, you didn't just derailed my whole show, bro. God damn it. Hold on, y'all. I gotta look at this right quick. This nigga done ruined my whole damn show. This nigga has ruined my show. God damn. Oh. Oh God. Oh my God. Look at this shit. I can't never be happy with the Steelers. I can't. They do something great and then they do something horrible. Oh my God. Jesus. Okay. All right. Rob, hey, somebody block Sports Talk with Rob in the chat, please. And anybody, Reckless Ray, don't apologize. If anybody else apologizes, block their ass. I don't care about your apologies, nigga. Oh my God, bro. This is crazy. Just ruined me. Jesus. Okay. Back to the show. Good God. All right. Where was I? Shit. Where was I, man? All right. Damn. Where was I just at, bro? Okay. I was reading my guy comment. But basically he said you can't lead without having a clear sense of direction. And this is kind of my issue with panels, man. Like, people just, everybody's the resident expert in something. And I rarely hear people say, well, hey, I got that one wrong, bro. Okay. Yeah, that's right, Ricky. Excuses and reasons. All right, so I'm just going to let it play because they're going to kind of get into it.
Yeah. A reason is why something happened. An excuse says why that thing is okay. And exactly. No one here is saying that something is okay. You can talk about something without saying it's okay and cite it as a reason.
But you're using it as a justification for why it happened.
That's not a justification.
Okay. No, you're
not. No, we're not. No, we're not. No. And the thing is, hold on. And the thing is,
this is another reason I don't like panels, because like you got to fight for the mic. I'm not fighting you niggas for a mic, because in person I would be able to say what I would want to say, and ain't nobody gonna just jump all over me because I'm just, you know how presence make a difference. Like, I get tired of the mic shit for real.
Yes, the reason why women are.
Can I address Anchorman in this?
Let them get this. Let them finish this. Let them finish this real quick. Let them finish this real quick. You go one.
See, I like that. How Hemp is not trying to remove them from the conversation, but it's like, you know, we have two people in the middle of the fucking screen. How about we let them finish their back and forth, and then I'll include you guys in the conversation. That's how you moderate.
Go one more back and forth, and then Mandrell, I'll bring you in. You good?
Yeah, exactly.
In the last 50 or 60 years,
I got
Angerman, what you said is correct. Yes, we are judged based on what we don't do. But prior to that, it was the absolute opposite. It was the absolute opposite, because black people were leading the charge when it come to marriage, when it come to family, it was the absolute opposite. At some point, we were derailed. So It hasn't always been like this.
I know.
And the question is why?
You know, people like to bring up how we were together at one point, and that's a decent point. But I think we just leave out one key detail in the fact that we were together at one point, right? And this is what I want to say. We had to be. I think we're dealing with that when it comes to our women, not even just our women. Well, you know, the country's women, the men of the world's women, our women. They are showing you who they want to be because they showed you who they had to be when they didn't have a choice. Now they're showing you what they really want. Not saying that they're right in it, because I believe everybody has desires and things that they want, and it does not necessarily make them right. But nonetheless, we are now seeing what women actually wanted. And we're now seeing, to an extent, what black people want, or not even that's the wrong way, because there's so many factors that included in that. But one thing we can say is, like, I'll give you an example, right? This is for the people that are not high value men. I know 90% of the space is high value men. So the 90%, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the 10 that are regular guys like me. At one point in time, you probably had a point in life where you struggled and you was eating struggle meals. You were eating noodles. You know, you would call in the restaurant, say you got my order wrong, even though you never got an order so you can get free food. I don't know if y'all been that deep in the trenches like me, but I have been, right? So you eat in a minimal type of way, right? And you stick to that because your finances say, nigga, if you don't, you're gonna be broke, right? Now, if you think about where we are today, or if let's say you like me, I'm much better off financially today than I was back in the day, right? So I would be smart to spend money in a good way. Like, I would be smart to say, let me kind of eat in a minimalist kind of way, maybe healthier, but eat minimally, right? But what a lot of us tend to do is when we get more money, we tend to go buy the better food because we don't have to eat the bullshit that's cheap, right? So in the same sense that Black people had to be together, now that we have options, now that we have agendas, you're really seeing what people want to do. Of course, outside factors, our history in this country, our media, of course that affects it. But I'm just talking about one part of the conversation right now. Okay, let's see. We were all together because we shared a common enemy. Ricky and Ted's having a conversation. Okay. Black women are a separate demographic per their own words. Agreed. At least on here. They saying there aren't Black men to have. No, they're saying that in real life too. They're definitely saying that. They just want that. They just want that punching stick. My boy Ray said that's deep. Oh, I know. Because I'm from the trenches. I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it resonate to some people here. But okay, let's get back to it.
Why did it get that way?
Who derailed?
That's another question.
You already have the answer to that.
It's very simple. Like, it's very simple. First of all, I'm not going to go into the details of how it got derailed. Everybody up here should know that at this point, right? Everybody should be privy to that. The problem is this. What you said is 100% correct. We led the nation in families and marriage and all of those different things. But when that bullshit occurred in the late 60s that did begin to derail the family, right? You had a lot of boomers that dropped the ball. We all know this shit, right? So
now, he is now talking about the generation before him, the way the generation under him talks about their generation above them. Let me say that again. He is talking about the generation negatively, or not even negatively, but from his standpoint, factually, about the generation above him. He is now talking about that, but earlier he was talking about how this generation, my generation who's under him, has something to say about the generation that's above them, i.e. the Generation X, which is his generation. I don't have all the answers to this stuff, bro, but at some point, we just have to own the shit that we know we can own. Because having these conversations in general is such a sweeping generalization when it comes to people. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not even gonna get into that. But because it's really like, I don't really have all the answers, but the one thing I can say, if we actually tried to genuinely listen to each other, we might get somewhere. I digress.
So by the time you get to Gen X, you have Gen X men who think they're going to go out here and they're going to live a regular life and get married and all of that stuff. But you're dealing with a different type of woman because of boomers dropping the ball.
I agree, Ray. I agree. I definitely agree.
So you literally have Gen X men handed a fucking household full of bullshit that we got to fucking clean up. And it's like the young niggas is looking at us like, yo, y'all ain't cleaning it up fast enough. And it's like, bro, don't you realize that the way your mentality is when it comes to the older dudes and shit, right? That's the same mentality that the dudes that's younger than you is gonna have towards you. It's the same mentality they're gonna have towards you. And they're gonna pull out all.
Did y'all hear what he said? He immediately just explained to you how he's doing or has done the same thing that we are doing now. And this is not about proving him wrong or trying to catch him in some shit. We all do that to some extent. Does that make it wrong? Well, I guess it just depends on what you're talking about. You know, you want to like put it in perspective to an individual thing. Like, okay, do I blame you for most of the kids being crack babies? Well, most guys didn't sell crack, but you wasn't out here just going. A lot of y'all wasn't going against the guys doing it either. So, you know, we could blame you for some of the friends that we got that's really fucked up in the head because they crackhead babies. Born in the 80s, crack babe. Right. So, you know, let's see. There's a lot I know, but there's far more that I don't know. I was the type of man that truly believed I had all the answers. Then what exactly left for me to learn? Exactly. Every generation blames the last one's facts. A wise man from Texas told me you don't learn much talking. Absolute facts. And that's the nature of this space is talking, not communication. The nature of this space is talking, which is why I don't really go on panels like that. But this one isn't bad. It's not out of control. It's not disrespectful. People are pushing back and forth. And I just like the way Hemp is just letting it go. Like he comes in when stuff gets out of control. But I'll keep going. Let's keep going.
All of your faults, all of your flaws, everything that you ever did wrong, and be like, yo, I don't want to hear shit you gotta say, old nigga. Because I don't give a fuck who you are in here. Every minute that passed by, your ass is getting old too. And there's gonna be another generation of motherfuckers that come right after you that's gonna be talking shit to you.
So if you understand that, Angry Man, then why are you talking to us like that? If you understand that point, that you know that y'all used to do it too, and you know you wanted somebody to communicate with you different, why are you still communicating that same way?
I didn't say that.
Explain that already, UT.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. If I'm talking about my personal example, the men that came before me didn't sugarcoat a motherfucking thing to me. Woo! They didn't sugarcoat
and that's fine. But if that's not working now, why would you do it?
Wait. Let me finish what I'm saying. The men above me were hardcore. They didn't sugarcoat shit. They didn't care about, oh, I wonder if his feelings are hurt or not. None of that shit. They didn't do none of that shit, right? The only difference is my generation had enough respect to go to the damn room and talk shit about them niggas. We didn't talk shit to them niggas to their fucking face. Because the same way they didn't give a fuck about our feelings, they didn't give a fuck about putting a foot in our motherfucking ass. And if they couldn't put a foot in our ass, they didn't have a problem with putting a bullet in your ass too. But here's the thing. As much as I didn't like that shit coming up, now that I'm older, I can look back and I understand why they were that way. Because they were raising men. They were trying.
There is this idea that raising men has to be one size fits all, right? And it's usually generated around or based around fucking somebody up or being able to fight. I'm not saying that those aren't things that are important, because they are important for sure. Like being able to defend yourself is important. But he said basically what he's saying is he feared them. And I'm not even saying that's wrong for you to have that, but it should be a healthy fear, not the fact that they actually will punch you in your face if you disagree with them. And a lot of that happens. Trust me, I know. I've seen fathers from the boomer generation and the fathers from the generation X. I've seen men slam their daughters' heads on the roof of a car. Now, what she did, I know I ain't gonna speak on everything. She basically was saying she can do whatever she wanted. His house, got caught fucking a nigga in his house, and he slammed his daughter's head on the car. Understandable, because he's upset. But when you look at it in hindsight, that was his fucking daughter, bro. And he was supposed to be the man that loves her and protects her the most. I'm sure they had date and them reconciling it, but those things never leave you. I know personally a lot of situations I've had to get in between with fathers because they lose it. So I get it, but is that going to work? It does not. And that's why you have those boys that saw their mama get smacked or saw their mama get into it with a man, and when they get older, they ready to blow your old ass off. That's why. That's why they coming at you with the energy, because they were quiet too, just like you were. But we got to the point where we wasn't gonna have that shit no more. You can say that disrespectful. You can say we're out of control. You can say whatever you want. But the fact of the matter is that those men did not have it all right. I would even say they didn't even have most of it right. Let's continue. Me too, Tez. Me too.
We're trying to build men, because guess what? I can sit here right now with you young niggas and I can sugarcoat all this shit in the world. But guess what? When you walk out here, the world ain't gonna sugarcoat shit for you niggas. And then
I don't understand why people think that being respectful and having a emotionally intelligent, I know they hate that word, emotionally intelligent conversation has to be sugarcoated. I don't expect the man to sugarcoat anything from me, but I expect you to understand that how I was raised is different than how your generation was raised. And you're not going to get through to me unless you're willing to accept and swallow that pill. If you cannot do that, you will be opposition, bro. It is what it is. I'm all for corporal punishment. I'm not, but shame, etc. Even in the Bible, God himself supports and imposes that those shall cause their judgment unto others who might mock the weaknesses against the Most High. I'm not gonna get into that right now because I feel like I'm just gonna bring me on another path. But I actually plan on having a conversation about this too, about the way the Bible talks about spare the rod, spoil the child, and what that actually means. That's another conversation for another day. But I appreciate you, Marcus. Let's get back to the show.
And they ain't gonna care about your fucking feelings, and they ain't gonna care about, you didn't say this to me the right way. So I want to say this too. We don't expect the world to care about our feelings and the police to care about our feelings. We expect our fathers to. Is that so hard to ask for? You can prepare me for the harshness of the world and give a damn about what I think. Can you do both? I guess not. I guess you gotta either be an asshole or a pussy. That's crazy. That word placement is crazy. When you get in front of that judge, he don't give a fuck about your feelings. When you dealing with that cop, he don't give a fuck about your feelings.
Okay, can I go? Every time I start to talk, y'all acting like old niggas.
Man, I had an issue here, man. My apologies, bro.
So what?
I didn't mean to jump off like that.
No, the issue is y'all don't try to listen to what we saying. Y'all not even listening to what we saying.
Hold on. Hold on, real quick, bro.
I want y'all to look at unpopular truth in the bottom left-hand corner and look at the frustration, the rocking back and forth that he's feeling. All right, just watch him, bro. He's talking to him.
Yeah. Y'all not even listening to what we saying.
Hold on. Hold on, real quick, bro.
Uncle Geoff, I don't know. Jared Goff. Is that what the fuck that is? Is that how that's spelled? Okay. Watch him though.
Yeah. Y'all not even listening to what we saying.
Hold on, real quick, bro.
There it is. You see how he's responding? There it is. That's why we don't respect y'all. Because when we don't say something you like or something you agree with, let me do the thing that you complain about women do all the time. Let me emasculate you. I'm going to emasculate you because what you're saying is not something I agree with or I want to hear. So let me mock you and act like you're a child. Dusto. To ask the question is to answer it. Back to it, man. Back to it. We're almost done with this junk.
To be honest with you, I'm usually on the young people's side. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm not a fan of tough love. I don't think it's necessary. These old niggas do, and that's fine. I don't. Right? I didn't tough love my son. That nigga ain't gang banging. He ain't been to jail. He got his license. He got a job. He ain't got no kids and shit. He stay out of trouble. So I'm not a fan of the tough love shit. However, I'm also not a fan of stupidity. But what I'm saying is this. I agree with you that people need to listen to you because you were raised in a different way, because you do have a certain set of experiences that cater to who you all are at this point. You actually do need to be heard. As a parent, I know, because I have children, you cannot parent each one of your children the same way. You can't. If you do, you're a fucking terrible ass parent.
This is where if Beans can like corral some of his emotions, and I'm not saying he can't have them, I'm saying knowing when to hold him and when to fold him. This is when he's at his best. This, like, when Beans is in this type of mode, when he's listening, rationalizing, and putting a thought out, this is when Beans is just really second to none, in my opinion. I mean, I get it. He shouldn't be, right, because he's a Section 8 guy, isn't married, you know, he's not a high value man that makes $100 million a month. I get it. But logic is logic. But what he's saying right now is a much needed part of the conversation. Okay.
So, amen to that. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's some youngins out here that's great for the military because they can go and get all that. What's your major malfunction, private? And then shit, they just gonna laugh that shit off and get through it. It's some other motherfuckers that will smack the shit out the sergeant and get kicked out the military.
Can I speak to that? Podcast. Can I speak to that? Can I speak to that? Exactly what you're saying.
Do y'all remember seeing?
I'd love to see you try
while y'all were talking. Okay.
Platoon, yes.
So what I'm saying is this, and there's another cat that'll go through that type of situation and probably delete itself. He can't deal with it. It's always been different kind of people in the world. Men have always been the number one homeless, always been the number one self-deleters, always been. So we always try to make it seem like it's this man thing, it's this man thing. That's cool. Probably, you know, I can understand why Angry Man says that. But again, the reason why I see the young niggas not respecting the hierarchy, because you niggas want to spend too much time punching down. And you don't want to listen to them. Right? Go ahead.
Can I speak to that really quick, brother?
Absolutely.
I'm a retired Marine. I'm a former United States Marine Corps drill instructor. So I understand the point of it's not going to be fair out here in the world. I understand that. I'm turning civilians into United States Marines. But another thing that I'm a former high school teacher. My first 2 or 3 months as a high school teacher, I failed miserably because I did not understand how to relate to my students. And all that rah, rah, rah and bark, 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 it did not give me any positive results. So I
want you to just pay attention to Hemp in the top left corner and just watch his eyes, watch him nod his head. It looks like he might be doing something else, which he probably is. He's probably a good multitasker. But I want you to just pay attention to how he's just letting them have this conversation. He's not trying to control the conversation, at least not overtly. It's more covert, but just pay attention.
I had to come in the middle. I had to if I wanted to be a successful teacher. I had to be. So I understand where Angry Man is coming from. I understand where people like Unpopular Truth are coming from. But if you want to resonate with these young people, you got to throw some of that stuff out the window. You have to, or we're gonna lose them. We are.
You've already lost.
Let me read it real quick. Lauren Mack with the $5.
Okay, so look, I ain't really got much to say on that. Bro, I'm so irritated. And not everybody wants to text me about the Justin Fields going to the Steelers situation. Thanks. Appreciate that a lot. You know. Now we already got Russell Wilson. Look, nigga, he bet not stream shit from the bed with Sierra. Because the last time he do that, his game fell off. I need you to focus on playing football, Russell Wilson. Not your freak. And I ain't gonna lie, Sierra done got thick too. But anyway, I don't care about your wife. I care about the Steelers. Okay? Play quarterback, nigga. But anyway. It's like we you know what I don't like about having these conversations sometimes is that people think it's a one size fits all, right? Like this, right? If you don't whoop your children, they'll be the kids that will be out here committing robbery and hurting people. You know what I'm saying? And when people say that, it's like, no, that's not true. Because you have, I said it before, I'll say it again. A lot of the guys that was doing a lot of the violence in the street got their ass beat. And they became more violent. There were some kids that got their ass beat that just went into a shell and lost any kind of ability to have a social understanding of how to communicate with people, or, you know, not take shit from people that they don't have to take it from because they had to get their ass beat and they didn't say anything. Right. Sugar said, why you finding hope with people online just talking? I mean, because it's the new TV, Sugar Bomb. You might not realize it yet. You might not see the long game here, you know, but I do. And it's not that I even find, it's not that this show is giving me hope by itself. It's the way he's moving and conducting these conversations and allowing things to happen and going. I went back and saw some of his reaction to what show was that? The male content creator show, and I just like what he did. I like how he puts it together. It's not, he's not playing. I'm gonna put it like that. He's not just out here just running his mouth. He's calculated, and I think that these conversations can help. I haven't always thought that way. I'm really 50-50 on do the conversations really help. But this conversation could help if people examine it more. But let me see. I'm gonna drop the goddamn link if y'all want to hop up for a second, because I ain't got much more to say. I don't, you know, I can't stream all fucking night. I can't. I got things I gotta do. I'm actually trying to set something up too. You know what I'm saying? Trying to see what's up with that. Lord have mercy. But yeah. So let me ask y'all a question too. Do y'all think, as a person, I'm just curious as to what y'all think in the chat. Do y'all think I should continue to going on people panels to represent my perspective? Or do you think it's a moot point and I should maybe just do reviews of some of these panels and focus on my content, right? And for those that don't know, this is like an example of my content. Let me show you something. This is what I'm trying to create here. Give me just a second. I heard whoever just popped in, but I'm gonna look at the screen. Give me just a second. Okay, that's Marcus. Hold on, Marcus, just a second. Let's see. Okay. This is me and my honey bunches of oats, my baby girl. Right? I'm not playing this whole thing. I just want y'all to see something. All right. Matter of fact, it'll be better if I show you the short because it's just quicker and to the point of what I'm trying to show you. Let's watch this. You got some athletes, but I don't think you got what your daddy got, man.
You see that?
You got yeah. Whatever. But so anyway, makes sense. Bitch, stop with all this. Don't get too beside yourself, all right? You let them see that too. Don't get crazy.
No. Cut this out. Cut this out. No, cut this out.
Don't get crazy. All this.
You will.
Stop all that.
You not look like that.
Man, chill with all that eye rolling, cuz.
You like Milan with that. I'll just like a piece of.
I am a piece of man here to deliver the pizza. Thank you. Always another pizza.
Hey man, I love this shit out there, little girl. But all right, so I showed y'all that because she had a scene where part of it was she rolled her eyes. Now, I mashed it together, but she rolled her eyes once. I saw it, but I let it slide. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give her a chance to correct the behavior herself. The second time she rolled her eyes, I was like, all right, let's cut this shit short. Okay. Love you, baby, but you're tripping. I know what you're doing. You're testing your limits now. I need you to cut it out. She said, okay. She already knew. And then we went back to joking. And she just checked me right after that. She made a joke on me right after that. Because, bro, but if I had the old mentality, and this is not just men, this is women too, you get them eyes smacked out of your head for rolling them. Now, it's a different situation. It's more lighthearted than a serious situation. So maybe in a more serious situation, I would have responded differently. I don't know. I would like to say I wouldn't, but I don't know, right? All I'm saying is I'm leaving room for me and her to have a relationship. I'm not trying to control her. I'm not trying to talk crazy to her. I'm not trying to force her to do something she doesn't want to do. Even though as a parent, we do that in some ways for the betterment of them, right? But I'm creating that kind of content because I want men who are fathers to see that and women who are mothers to children to see that, like, damn, these men from the perception that's pushed out here, I actually see a man loving on his daughter and creating something. My daughter's a superstar, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just showing something different. But let me respond, right? Spooky Hybrid, I appreciate. Let me get my beat back on. Hold on. I appreciate the invitation, but I don't have much to add. You saying it. Appreciate it, my brother. Dusto said only go to dust-free panels. I think you should do whatever you want to do. Sugar Bond, that might be one of the most positive things I've ever heard you say to me. I appreciate you, my love. Did you get them food stamps I sent you in the mail? They should have got them by now. All right. She said, oh, see, look, I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a bandit. You know what I'm saying? They try to make me out to be one, but I'm not a bandit. I like this. This is actually what I plan on doing. Keep doing interviews and one-on-ones with other creators, ladies too, with good questions and subject matters. That's what I think I'm going to do more of, having maybe two people on the panel with me at most. That's what I think I'm going to do more of, having different conversations, like the actual conversation. Because I don't think it's possible to really have, I think Hamp does a good job at it, better than I've ever seen anybody do it. And y'all go check him out for yourself and see what I'm talking about. Because I'm not going to get into all that tonight. I haven't seen enough of him to say he's the GOAT or no shit like that. But from what I've seen and guys that I respect in this space say about him, he seems to be the real deal. So I think, and I actually plan on doing these interviews in real life, in person, like going around. I've talked to a few content creators in this space already to where we're going to have in-person conversations. I'm working on it. 2024 going to be interesting, and I'm going to use this to promote my services as a videographer as well. So I'm going to use this, man. You know what I'm saying? So let me get my guy Marcus up. He's been waiting patient. Let me get my guy in here, man. Marcus, what up?
What up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's up, bro?
What's up, CJ? How you been, bro?
Man, I can't complain, bro. All good. How about yourself? Is that a fire? Is that a smoke detector out here?
No, I don't think so. I think you're hearing things.
This nigga is a modern woman.
I think you're projecting. I think you're manifesting. I think that's what you're doing.
Go ahead, bro.
No. I just think just relating to the video, what you reacted to on This Might Be Risky. I think I think you're right. That was a smoke alarm. I think that's the other one. I got 3. Yeah. Sorry, just that's what happens when you try to live lavishly. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just think when it comes to these kind of spaces, listening to the points that they're talking about, Angry Man, both sides have a point. Unfortunately, if we know that what's not working for us right now, you see the results of it and the macro, not the microcosm of it, then I have to agree more with the Angry Man's side on this moment, because I don't always agree with Angry Man's takes, but I see his point, and I'm seeing it from a younger lens, and this is me looking at it from a younger lens too, you know what I'm saying? And then he's an older cat. I respect the people that are above me as well, as much as I can.
Right. I want to box
so hey man, whatever you can do, whatever you gotta do, let out the aggression and the testosterone and make a bag out of it, and you know what I'm saying? You gotta put some food on the table. You know,
we ain't gotta make no money. No money has to be involved. No cameras. I'll never talk about it.
We'll see. There's a difference right there. See what I'm saying? Levels, man. Businessman. You got to think about Money Mayweather, not the other one. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's unfortunate because now when you try to talk to somebody from a younger generation, and a lot of these younger cats, behind me that are following up, they don't have that same level of respect. They misunderstand things and they don't want to hear it. They think they know everything. You know, yeah, I remember at some point, even I didn't have that same philosophy where I think I know everything. I know for a fact there's a lot of things I had to grow and learn, and I had to ask questions, because I don't know if they ever told you, like growing up, you know, you're not going to get any answers. You're not going to know anything if you don't ask or open up or speak up. And that was one of my issues when I was younger. I was just quiet. And it was just part of the reason why part of it was some of the discipline I took, but it's also the fact that part of me was shy at some point. So you have to speak up, but you also have to ask questions, like don't be cocky about it, be humble, but also the willingness to learn. And I think that's the issue that's missing a lot. So, you know, all these younger cats.
You think more of the younger guys are deaf in the ears, man?
They're definitely hard of hearing. I'll give you that. They're definitely hard of hearing. They're very what's the word? I don't know if arrogance is the right thing, but ignorant sometimes to it, you know. But maybe it's a bit of both. You know, but you see it though. I'm pretty sure you've seen it when you've gone to some of these rec centers, you gone to some of these parks when you take your kids at, you gone to some of these events at the mall maybe, or you've seen something like that where they act up, and like the parents are either not there, or you hear them talking to them in a certain type of way on the phone. That's when it comes to tell you that, you know. And I'm a founder and a believer in corporal punishment. I'm not saying abuse, because a lot of people tend to conflate. Because I heard an example you made of, hey, there are some people that got quote unquote beat, or they faced, you know, the wrath at home, and they were still out there wreaking havoc. However, the thing that I don't hear enough about is when I hear that point being made, is sometimes on that end of that individual who's wreaking havoc on the streets or outside, they didn't get the moral of the message or the point when they were taking that consequence. And that's the point about it. So I'm not saying make your freaking mouth bleed, like podcast over there says, I'm gonna make my mouth bleed. And hell no. But because I had my mother do that to me, you know, and a lot of times I understand it. But I do know that, hey, nice belt, get a wire hanger, like Medea says, aka Tyler Perry. I mean, you're a man in a dress, you know. But
we do not support wire hangers and extension cords and whippings across the back, fresh out the shower. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
I didn't go on through all that, you know. I didn't say all that, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like CNN trying to run like a fake news type thing, you know. Like I didn't say all that. I just say like below the waist, take away their stuff. Nowadays, if you take away their phones and their tablets and stuff, it's like you're pulling ears and pulling fingers.
That's enough. Right?
You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, if you give them an allowance, you're already living a little nicer than I did. So, you know, take away that allowance or make him do double chores or some stuff like that. You know, a little bit of corporal punishment here and there. Throw, you know, make him go workouts on the lawn and stuff, go on the roof, clean the tiles and the gutters.
Yeah, see, a corporal punishment don't have to be you touching them, exactly.
You know, but it's like, and then hey, you can't go out, you can't party for a month or two, you can't, you know, going out and like that. You got to stay home and get on the weekends, even if you don't like it, you know. So there's stuff like that, you know. Yeah, and then just as far as the whole point of the video too, on back to that. I was listening to the other cat that you saw. You look at their body language, you can already tell that the guy doesn't want to pay attention. He just wants to get his point across. He doesn't want to hear that. It's like if you and me were trying to talk to him sitting out at the barber shop, or we had him over for a barbecue and stuff in the cold ones, you know, get a couple cold ones, you know, and say, hey, we're trying to talk with you, man. This is just men, like trying to be brothers. But you don't want to hear. You want to do what you want to do. Fine, you're gonna get your own results. There's a serious issue that I have when it comes to people trying to get the different result, trying to put a square peg through a circular hole. It ain't gonna fit.
Okay.
It ain't gonna fit because all you're gonna do is just force something you can't. No, man. Listen, your way is what got you here. Your way is the reason why you're sitting down right now or talking with men on the panel or at home with somebody else, or the reason why you have issues. Your way, it didn't get you here. I mean, your way did get you here. Your way is what's not going to get you out of that freaking situation. So if you want to listen to learn and get better. Not saying that we all have the right answers, but maybe one of our answers will help you.
Okay.
Take it like that. Take it with a grain of salt.
Let me pull Tommy up. Hold on. Tommy, what's going on, my guy?
What's up with it, dog?
Can't
What up,
call
Tom?
it, man. What up with it?
Yeah, at the park, man.
I just knew I was
kids won't listen. Come on, girl. Trying to warn Hemp about these goofies. Hey, I was watching Hemp up there. I was just shaking my head like, this nigga, like, what the fuck did I just walk into?
Bro, I thought about making a show like about warning him, but I was like, I think he know, bro. Like I thought about it, I was like, if he asks for it or something, if I get in a relationship with him, like to where we can chop it up, I would do it. But I really just wanted to commend him for like how he keep his composure. Because I mean, these niggas are not all of them, of course, you know, not all, but a lot of these niggas goofy, bro, and they really just want to get their rocks off, they shit off for real. This shit crazy. My boy at the park. It look nice out there.
Oh yeah, no, I'm putting them in the car. Nah, it's not, dog, like, you know, that's why, you know, niggas like me and you that kind of chilled out on a lot of these panels and shit. Bruh,
right.
Let's get this understood. My daughter is 12. You know what they teaching my daughter at 12? Wait your turn to talk. You niggas is 40. And you can't understand that same concept. Wait your fucking turn to talk. It's the simplest concept. And these niggas cannot master that shit. Mind you, a lot of these niggas have their own shows. It's like they're like that shit.
And they go off when you interrupt them. Like,
bruh,
crazy.
The shit is it's alarming. It's weird, you know, and I mean, it's some shit that I ain't never had to deal with before, so it's weird to me because it's like I've always told people, hold on, put your seatbelt on, boy. I'm never married to these points that we're out here talking about. You know, Podcast made a show one day, and he said, when me and Podcast talked one time, and I told Podcast, I said, bro, I don't even feel like I can have a conversation with my dog no more. Every fucking thing in you is a fucking debate, my nigga.
Yeah, man.
So then he made a point the other day where he said, well, no, I think if you have a conversation and you guys don't agree, it automatically turns into a debate. No, the fuck it doesn't. You know why Tommy B's in this space and he don't have issues with people? Because when CJ say, oh, no, I think this way, and I go, oh, I think this way. Oh, okay, dog, that's what's up. And we move on. I'm not trying to change grown-ass CJ mind, and CJ ain't trying to change my grown-ass mind. I don't have to, hold on.
But no, Tommy making a hell of a point, though. It's like,
yeah, I agree with Tommy.
It's literally become, my mic is louder. I know what I'm talking about. Be quiet. That's basically what it's become. Let me pull up Dusto too. Hold on.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's just like I tell people all the time, like me and my pops, we could go at it, and then the next day I'll call that nigga up and we'll go to lunch, and that's it. We ain't thinking about what happened yesterday or none of that. And it's like, it's crazy that all of this personal stuff that happened all off of a disagreement of a fucking opinion. Like niggas that went to the depths of hell against other people because they thought of something differently. No, I think it's this way. It's wild to me, bro. And then to know that motherfuckers, like, this is what's crazy to me, is these are the same people that are on panels wondering why women are acting the way they're acting. And it's like, if y'all act this way in public, who the fuck would follow you niggas? What woman would follow this shit? This shit is goofy. It's fucking goofy, my nigga. It's some of the wildest shit I've ever seen, bro.
Like I just think it's crazy when they be like, please, let me say something. Please. It's like, bro, if you gotta be on a panel with somebody that don't let you say something, or so many people are trying to talk, maybe you just shouldn't be on that panel. I don't know, wild thought, but that's like, I'm not gonna be like, I did Fight Club a couple times and it was cool. It's like the nature of Fight Club is that, so it's a little different, but nonetheless, the point is still the point. I'm not finna yell, bro. Like niggas be yelling, like I was fucking talking. And it's like, bro. And then it's like the issue I had with Angry Man. If I haven't told nobody that story, it was simple. The man told his panel, because me being the naive, real guy that I am, when somebody says hold me accountable if you see me doing something, I expect them to accept when I hold them accountable doing something. So I did it. This man called me all kind of bitches and you a fuck nigga, and it's like, bro, I'll beat your ass, bro. Like you don't talk to me like that. And I promise you wouldn't talk to me like that in person. And if you did, you would answer for it immediately. Then when I see him, it's not that I'm finna whoop him when I see him. It's either I'm gonna need you to apologize and explain what you did, but if you stand on it, I don't know how long you're gonna stand after that. But the fact is, this space is too much of this popping shit. I'm the number one head honcho. It's my world. Y'all just live in it. Like this over saturation of ego. That's just where all these people come to this space to get their shit off. And that's why I'm like, I don't rock with it, bro.
And ego for what, bro? Nigga, you got 2,000-3,000 followers. If you go live, nigga, you lucky to have 50 on that motherfucker. Where's this ego coming from? It's insane. And it just, like, for me, I've never been an ego type person. Even though the problems that these niggas are complaining about in this space, I don't even deal with. And I still don't walk around with this ego that these niggas walk around with. So that's what's like crazy to me, is like, I ain't never had a problem popping at a chick. I ain't never had a problem with a chick doing what the fuck I tell her to do. I ain't never had a problem checking a chick. I've never had these problems. And I'm not, and it's not to say I've never had issues with a chick, but it's never been, okay, I'll put it like this. I've never had problems finding that type of chick. So if I do come across these problems, there's nothing for me to leave this chick and go find the chick that will fall in line. Like it hasn't been an issue where I have to go online and just make these requests and why are women like this? They're like, nah, I'll just find the next chick and she'll fall in line type shit. But what it is this insatiable need to be right. Like when I had to go on Fatty panel, because Fatty kind of he saw me on World Class panel and his name came up and we were talking about it and I kind of critiqued his show. Now I tell people I have no problem being wrong. So the one part that I will say I was wrong about was, I know you and World Class got issues, so if your name came up, I should just stay the fuck out of it. Even though I wasn't dogging him, I get it. Okay, that's your ops. I shouldn't. So, but again, I ain't got a problem saying that.
Right, okay, that's fair.
He said he had a top sports channel, right? And okay, put your seatbelt on. He said he got a top sports channel. I said, no, I think that's cap because I ain't never heard him talk about that before, and I didn't know Fatty for what 2-3 years. He pulled it up. It wasn't a YouTube channel, but it was Facebook. Oh, you know what, Fatty? I was wrong. My bad. I was wrong. I don't have a problem doing that. These niggas in this space have a problem being wrong. And that's literally the epitome of why all of this shit happened. It's because a nigga can't be wrong.
That's why.
You wrong sometimes. Ain't nobody perfect. It is what it is.
That's why I keep saying like this space exists because of what some women had done in that same capacity. Like you responded to them doing it. Now you're gonna do it without being checked at all. But let me get Dusto in. What's up, Dusto?
Hey, what's good? I'm on headphones. Can you hear me?
What's up, Pastor Collection?
Hey, that is the best light I've seen you in a while, Dusto.
Yeah, I'm on my cell phone. Yeah, and my room is super dark. I always be looking for it.
Yeah, looking ashy as hell on camera. It's crazy. Go ahead. Man, actually got listening. Go ahead.
No, I was listening. I was driving. Just a few points.
Okay.
Number one, I think what people don't want to talk about, they're talking about the aftermath between men and women all the time. After stuff messed up, after this, after, and they're not getting to the what started and the whys. Because that's where the problem solving is. First, identifying the problem, taking what we have right now, and trying to say, okay, if this didn't work before, these people were always messed up, what can we do to fix it? None of this space talks about fixing the actual real relationship dynamic between a man and a woman. If when they do, it's only one narrative. Women are bad, men are good. That's a damn lie. Traditional and modern. No, that's a damn lie. Well, all the fathers got thrown out in the street. That's a damn lie. You got some good, you got some bad, but most people are average and in the middle and regular people with 3 problems. These people got 7, these people got 2. But what are some baseline things, some core values, some regular things that tend to work? Like, I always use fitness as my example. If people are overweight, 80%, 60%, whatever it is, diet, exercise, and water, they work. And people said no. So expect it to look like what people said no to. Is there the food and chemicals and all of it? Yes. But start with a baseline of, okay, we've identified a problem. Let's identify some solutions. Instead of making it a war and just crucifying and holding the fat people accountable. Hold this and no. Another point is the respect thing. The problem, I believe corporal punishment teaches people that fear is respect, and it's a lie. It makes these fictional cavemen who think that because you can punch somebody in the face, you got all this fictional power, and it's a lie. If you make 30,000 and I make 150 and you punch me in the face, now you make 30,000 and you got a court case, and I still make 150. If you're broke and you can't sling the meat right to your woman, you beating up somebody, you still can't satisfy your woman, and you still got the same problem. It doesn't fix anything. I understand self-defense or high levels of disrespect, but this caveman stuff doesn't work. But the generational beatdowns and my generation, your generation, the best way to teach respect is by respecting other people. Show them how it's done. Older people fail to do so. The mid-aged people are failing to do so towards the younger. So they need to stop trying to punch down and disrespect and tell people what they aren't versus meeting them where they are. Especially when the very disrespect, shaming, neglecting, and talking crazy is what put them there in the first place. It's what put the cavemen where they are. You got cheated out of your critical thinking, reasoning, solving a problem between 1 to 10, because when you dropped the cup on the floor, you had to go in survival mode and get beat. Where's the critical thinking? What's the problem? What's going on? Why is this person acting this way? What's really going on? How can I talk to him? How can I understand? And how can we actually come and meet in the middle and actually solve the problem? Instead, what do we get? Whoa! You young people! Whoa!
Drop this nigga down.
Why does he look like a youth pastor right now? You know, he look like he just came from a youth pastor service.
That's what they're doing. They just mad. No! Look at them people. No! Like, no. You the problem. Like, take 5 minutes, 10 seconds, say, all right, what's going on, man? Hey, CJ, what's going on, bro? I didn't like what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, why you say this? Hey, Tommy, why you say that? Why you think that it's like this? Then we can just have a conversation. I might can actually learn something, understand something different, realize maybe I don't know everything. I'm just saying. But that's pretty much all I got. CJ, keep doing what you're doing.
I got a stamp of approval from you, bro.
Good luck, Scam.
No,
Good
I'm
luck
just
after
saying.
the speed dating.
No, I'm just saying.
Speed dating, right?
I see you having real conversations with an open mind, and it's not even 1 out of 10 people who are willing to do that.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
And yeah, it's that bad.
It is though. Like, I ain't gonna lie, you know me, well, kinda, but like, I'm a defender of the space, and if I've gotten to this point, something's wrong, bro. Because I defend the shit out of this space. Tommy's heard me defend it. Marcus, world class, like, I've defended this space so many times. It's like I'm done, because I'm really realizing what it has become. I know what it was, but I realize what it has become. These folks are just wanting to get their shit off, look a certain way, and make some money. If that. The last part is really like only 5 people making money over here for real. But it's crazy, bro.
Yeah. I forget a lot of times because I'm getting to the point where it's just I hear 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shots, and I'm ready to start the trolling. But I forget sometimes that some people come into spaces and they actually really want to hear something because they actually have pain. And I heard the dust so much that sometimes I might hear the one person trying to say what they're saying. They're not really the dust, but it sounds like every other clown.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
But the space has become that. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm in the circus. I see, this thing is yellow with dots. Okay, it's a cheetah.
We got dust
bunny like a cheetah.
Dust bunny.
Go ahead, Tom.
And
I just said they catch a stray. This nigga Dusto just be shooting.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on that too, because the truth is the 5, 10% or 2, even if it's 2%, those are the people that really need to hear something and be able to pull aside, talk offline, whatever, or throw the actual good point out. And I've trolled so much that I got people who've been waiting on me for something I done did to them 9 months ago. 2 or 3 of them, and they finally get their chance to get their lick back. So, I don't know.
By the way,
no, keep
I don't know
doing
if you knew
what
this,
you're
CJ.
doing. Keep listening, keep growing.
Hold on, Scam. Hold on before you leave, CJ, if I may. I have to congratulate Scam because he's a CEO and founder of the WWF, the Wig and Weave Foundation. So I want to shout out, salute to you. You're gonna do big things, man. Shout out.
Yeah, we're going public. Make sure you pick up some of the stock. And shout out to the Nation of Wiglam.
Got the extensions on the way.
Y'all niggas crazy, cuz. Oh shit.
Boys and girls, shut the fuck up. Shut the
Oh man. Bro, honestly, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going nowhere. But I'm figuring out how I can offer some value to this space that can actually hit home for the guys that's like me. Because when I first came into this space, I was fucking 21, 20, somewhere up in there. And I'm 31 now. So I've been around for a while, and there were things that were good, but I'm seeing now that it's still hints of it. And when I met people, like, I always try to remember who I met here, and that kind of makes me realize that it's worth still dropping, putting content out, possibly having some panel conversations. But I think I'll keep it just like this, no more than 4 people at a time on the panel. and see if I can offer any kind of a different perspective. And I'm gonna start bringing more people from my city, people that I know personally, on these shows. Me and Tez were doing it for a while, but people ain't consistent, bro. But all in all, I'm honestly doing this. Tez is honestly doing this because we care, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really want to see us win. It's not black. It's not just white. It's not just Migo and them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Marcus. It's not just Migo and them. You feel me? It's really like I want to see us get to some normalcy. And what I mean by normalcy is whatever that is for you and yours. And I want to also say this because I was thinking about this earlier. We are entering a time that is unprecedented. We're not even entering it. We're there. Where women are deciding to do what they want to do fully. And that's uncomfortable for some of us, even though we've been raised by women. It's still uncomfortable because it questions the way of life that we think should be lived. And that does not give us an excuse to be an asshole, abusive, and to shame everything that we don't agree with. I actually do want to see where women are coming from. And the more I get older, the more relationships hold on, let me get the solo camera. Situationships that I get in. The more I have of those, the more I kind of realize where they're coming from. Some of these talking points that these guys talk about, I don't see. And some of them I do. Literally, I've had the stronger, independent woman that does not want nobody's help. And the girl that has nothing going and want to use a nigga for whatever she can use him for. And a combination of both. So the truth or the reality or the best situation got to be, somewhere in the middle, right? So I just want guys that come into this space understand that a lot of these panels are going to be people just getting their shit off. Just listen. You'll figure out who's who. You know what I'm saying? But come here to learn. If you're going to learn, listen. Don't come here looking to get your ego stroked, or don't come here looking for someone to validate your pain. You kind of got to do that yourself in your life. Because I'm telling you, if you do that here, these niggas will lead you astray. No doubt about it. I'm sorry to say that. It's just the reality. If you come here to get your pain dealt with, more times than not, you're not going to find somebody that can help you with that. I'd say seek a therapist, a counselor, a pastor, anybody that's in your corner that you can trust, that you can get to. I would say do that before you come to the internet. But if you find yourself here, the people on the panel, well, I guess one is a content creator, so Scam Likely, I would definitely advise you check out his channel, OG J Speed's channel, Hink, Hink a motherfucker now. Don't get me wrong. Hink offers value too. The World Class when he not trolling Fatty for once. Podcast when you got to catch him on the right subject. Podcast really breaks you down when you catch him on the right subject. So I seen your little podcast. And even though he hasn't been really putting content out like that, the guy I had the most faith in and still have the most faith in, honestly, is Sir Hell Speaks. Shout out to Sir Hell. He's rebranding, getting some things together, but shout out to them, and shout out to the Manosphere Conclave deal, because from what I've known behind the scenes, the Manosphere Conclave is actually turning out good products of men and put men in better situations. It's not just about coming together and hating bitches. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. But before I let y'all go, y'all want to say any final thoughts? And I might play a couple more clips, but I'm done here. So y'all got anything y'all want to say before I let you go? Scam?
Yeah, I don't have anything. Work on solving problems. Actually, I'm about to drop anyway.
This nigga start driving shit. All right,
he's committing a robbery.
Well, this nigga stealing cars online.
This nigga is GTA online.
Hey, bro,
I knew that polo was on too tight.
He got the damn COVID mask on right now. He's just waiting before he turned his camera off.
I'm innocent.
No, that nigga got a shiesty. Hey, he got a shiesty.
He just took it off. He just took it off, good. He instantly. Hold on, wait. Y'all see that though? Ooh, hey, that boy in the gym.
Oh,
Hey,
here we go.
stop playing. Hey, stop playing though on me. Stop playing with me, cuz I'm in that gym. No cap, I'm in that gym. Y'all get in the gym, man. That's another piece of advice I got. Get your ass in the gym, not so you can become a high value man, so you can live long, nigga. In the gym. What you got, Tommy?
Yeah, he just needs to. I mean, Hamp just. I mean, I like Hamp show. You feel me? And man, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think motherfuckers had a lot of hope for that show, and then it's like this face infested that motherfucker. It's like damn near seeming like it's going towards the same shit. I think he's gonna turn it around though. I think he's gonna get away from it. Clearly, you can see by his face that he was super annoyed by the shit. So, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if he was super annoyed or if he was just confused that grown men are acting like this. Like, if you look at his face, he's looking like, the fuck is going on here? But, yeah, I just, you know, hey, man, everybody do them, man. You know, I done pretty much, like you said, I done picked through the weeds and this shit. And, you know, I kind of, you know, fuck with who I fuck with. And it's nothing against the ones that I don't. I just, you know, the ones that I kind of more connect with and rock with, I rock with. And, you know, I don't, you know, just like you, I don't really get into the back and forth that these, some of these folks get into and, you know, the personals and stuff. So for me, I'm just I'm not even here to be on that type of time. You know, I'm here to just kind of chop it up with folks and have a conversation, not a debate. Shit. You know, share my little experiences, and if motherfuckers can connect with that experience, dope. You feel me? And that's what it is. You know, when I used to kick with my homeboys, we didn't debate. We chopped it up about shit that, you know, happened, you know, past, present, you know, and maybe future, and we kept on. We wasn't sitting there, you know, breaking down and looking up dictionary words that, you know, try to sound smarter than the next man. Like, nah, we just chopped it up. And at a certain point, it used to be like that on certain pages in the space. And again, it
was like
even Fight Club, bro. To be honest with you, that's how, you know, when it was just late night talks or whatever the fuck they called it, that's what it originated at. That's what it originated as. Is stupid.
Fuck you, Rob.
Oh man!
Oh my! I just read that right now.
All right, CJ.
Jesus Christ!
Listen, man. Don't you get me started on football right now, motherfucker.
Don't. All right, we're not gonna
do it. Anyway. But nah, you know, we used to sit back and we chop it up, and it wasn't no arguments really. It was just we chopped it up, and that's what happened to you. Oh, that happened to me out here too, and you know, that type of shit, and just kick it or whatever. You know, so like I said, hopefully we can get back to it. You know, if I ever get settled down and start my shit up, that's all it's gonna be. It's a conversation. You know, it's not gonna be, you know, this contentious. You know, and the way I moderate it is, if I see you like that, I'm gonna just boot your motherfucking ass. I'm just, you know, the first time I hear disingenuous, you the fuck out. Period, nigga, because I know what you on here to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thing, bro. I just, you know, I just miss just kicking back and just having conversations, you know, just chilling. So hopefully you can get back to that. You know, I always rock with your channel. That the shit you did with your daughter was dope as fuck. This nigga was a fucking terrible little kid. God damn, 18 and 1. God damn.
Bro, my grandmama, that's the only time my grandmama ever whooped me. She had to.
Hey. I know your daughter be looking at you like, nigga, you better not raise your hand at me with that record, nigga. You shouldn't have never let that one get out.
Well, she would not let that go either, boy.
Listen, I seen her on camera judging you, the way she looked at you. But nah, you know, shit like I like shit. Listen, the crazy part about it, CJ, is you did that. And if I do content, that's literally exactly what the fuck I'm talking about doing. Nigga, corny ass vlogs with my kids.
Right.
Hey, we just went to this park. You feel me? Fuck all of this shit, dog. And I ain't gonna lie to you, that's where the money at anyway.
There's a huge market and demand for that kind of stuff.
You ain't gotta be on this motherfucker talking about cash app, super chat, super chat.
It's coming.
Straight AdSense and advertisement, nigga.
Folks love my little girl, bro. Like, wait till I start doing these.
Plus, that's more marketable too.
Events and shit.
Well, and it's a lot less stressful and a lot more fucking fun, bro.
Yeah,
and it's just easy. It's like we just doing us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
like,
just living life. Like what I just did. Had all the kids at the park.
Real.
That's it.
That's how
me and my
are for real. Like for
my dog
real.
just called me yesterday, nigga, with some fucking contacts in her eye. I answered the FaceTime and all I see is a fucking eyeball in the camera. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Do you like? I'm like, oh shit.
Here we go.
You feel me? But yeah, no, you know, like I said, you know, every time you drop, I'm rocking with you. You feel me? Like I said, I got the, you know, Marcus is the guy that's on everybody's channel at the same damn time. But that's my dog.
I know. I've been staying in the chat lately though.
But yeah, you know, just keep rocking how you rock. You know, I just seen some of your videos where, you know, you kind of got frustrated with the space and shit. But you feel me? The way I get through this shit, man, is I just stay solid on what I stand on, and I just stay in that. You know, and I think, to be honest with you, that's where most people get lost in this shit. Is they don't stand on what they stand on. They get into this motherfucker and they start trying to turn into what this place is.
Yep.
And so for me, I just that's not me, and I'm just never gonna do that. And it's not that it's anything wrong with this place. It's just that's not me. And I came into this shit not as a character. Like I told people, I was so goofy. I came here in my real name. I ain't coming here as no superhero or some shit. Nigga, Tommy B. You look at my Facebook, same name, nigga. You feel me? So for me, I came in here as me, and that's just all I've held myself as. And you know, like I said, I don't have a problem saying when I'm wrong, and I don't have to, you know, pump my chest out when I'm right. So, you know, I think that's all you got to do, and you'll be cool. You know.
All right, my dog. Appreciate you coming through, man.
For sure, big dog.
All right, Tommy. All right, low value, man. Go ahead.
Damn. I ain't
you only low value because it's all.
Because I got the small box. That's messed up, yo. That's whatever. Pause. No, man, great show, bro. I appreciate you. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate these kind of talks, you know, looking at the outside in, trying to give a full context to the conversation. I agree, like, nothing has to be a debate. Most of the part, it doesn't have to mostly be a debate all the time. It just be a conversation. That's usually what it is, bro. You just listen to each other's perspectives. You know, it's because that's when you inflate ego and pride, and then before you know it, especially us guys, our testosterone gets up, and before you know it, we're trying to, you know, get the context, you're trying to get the, hey, where's the addy at? Hey, let me drop your inbox. I'm gonna talk to you. Yeah, drop the addy. I was like, what? I was like, all right then, I got my Timberlands, whatever. But you know, like I said, it's talk first, and you know, ask questions first, man. Just talk about it. That's it. Don't get your ego, get whatever personal issues you have. I'm not a therapist, so I'm not here to give you all the answers and stuff, but I can give you is my perspective and opinion. That doesn't mean that you treat it as gospel. But if it works for you, it works for you. If it don't, try something else. That's the whole point of living life, you know? Smart man learns from his mistakes, a wise man learns from others. And, you know, on top of that, I did want to make a side note just because you brought it up, not me. It's recorded. You got 2 starting quarterbacks. I hope this doesn't become like an August and Jada situation when Fields and Sierra. All right, I really hope it doesn't, because that's going to be more content for you and more damn shame for Russell. Because
I don't know why these niggas like to trap me, bro. Like, I don't want to talk about Justin and Russell. I don't.
Well, it's Justin, Sierra, and Russell now. But if you want to be fair about it, just in case it happens, you know, because you know Shay, Ocho Cinco, all of these guys are going to talk about it sooner or later if it happens. And if they don't have a great season, that's messed up, yo. But like I said, bro, that's another conversation for another day. I don't want to be petty like that. You know, I'm a grown man, masculinity. Let me rest in it. Appreciate you. Right. You know, make sure to hit the notification bell, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the Cash App donation, all that. I appreciate you wearing that, Made in Mexico hat. Next time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, next time we're gonna make MTGA hats or MMAA hats, or no, MMGA hats. Make Mexico great again, or make Tijuana great again. Something like that. They already have stuff like that. Come on, man.
Stop with your racism. All right.
How's that racism? That's equality right there. That's equality. What are you talking about? Equal opportunities, man. Capitalism. You know what I'm saying? And I look forward to seeing more of your, local Memphis. Is it Memphisians or Tennesseans? Memphians. Yeah, and I hope your Grizzlies do better. And, everything else, man, because I know that it's tough right now for you guys right now. I know you can't be a Titans fan. Bro. You can't be a Titans fan, but you can be a Steelers fan. I guess that makes up for something.
All right, goodbye. Go. You can go now. All right, Mark.
Appreciate you.
Well, another one in the books. Shout out to everybody that came through, bro. I really came in this space originally to learn something, relate to brothers or join with brothers that have been through some of the same things, the old cliche, compare notes and get to understand each other's perspectives and all that good jazz. And the reason I did that was because it was necessary. So Hemp, I ain't gonna issue you no warning, bro. I'm just gonna say, man, this space corrupts people. And I think you do a good show from what I've seen. Like I said, I've only seen like 3 shows of yours. I don't even remember how many I've seen, but I've seen more than one. And I was impressed with how you conducted yourself. I don't know what that means to you. You probably don't give a damn. You probably will never see this video. I don't know. But I will say, be careful, bro, because this space corrupts people. This space will have you doing things, not you, but people. I've seen it happen. Doing things that you would have never done until that money came or that certain person came, People try to buy your loyalty in this space. People try to react to your content to piss you off and I'm not saying it would work. I'm just saying like this space is just like, I had a person say this to me, and I won't say their name because I'm sure they wouldn't mind, but I still won't say their name. We get a lot of mentally ill people in these comment sections, in these live chats, on these panels. It's like a cesspool of mentally ill people. And I wouldn't have said that 6 months ago, but I'm seeing it now. So you got a successful show, brother. I like what you do. Don't let nobody change that. Run it how you see fit. Adjust to what comes your way, but rock out how you rock out, bro. And keep teaching. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, gang, because I do have shit to do. I actually got some more photos to edit. Y'all want to see some of my work right quick? Why not, right? Y'all support black people, right? Black business. That's the whole thing, right? That's the new catchphrase, support black business and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put y'all to the test. Y'all go follow me, man. And shout out to Cammy too. She be making a lot of AI posts and stuff. She's really good at it. Shout out to her. Nice young lady, sweet. Seems innocent to me, So shout out to that young girl. Let me show y'all some of my work, bro. Is my focus off? Yeah, it's a little off. Okay. Let's go here. Here's some of my content. I be working, bro. You know what I'm saying? Setting up a podcast, you know what I'm saying? Another photo shoot. Nope, I don't want that to be flagged, so we're gonna just keep that sound off. But that's what I do, gang. You know what I mean? Somebody block Marcus, weak ass. Crazy. I can play this sound. Hold on. Just want y'all to check out some of my shit. I work, man. I put in work. I ain't just a YouTuber or a content creator. I do a lot. I create content for other people too. You know, kind of show y'all how I get it done. So I got the light. Look, I can see that. I got the light kind of offset a little bit to the left, and she'll be here so we can get a good lighting of her whole frame of figure. And I am shooting with the AD400 Godox, about $800. You know what I'm saying? Good light though. Very solid. That's what I do, bro. VIP Portraits _ Y'all go check me out, man. And they'll tell you I hate black women, but I don't know how. She was so cute. Cute chick. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? This is a little thing. What's going on, good people? It's your guy CJ on. All right, that's enough. That's enough. So I'm finna get out of here, folks. Ski. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all coming through, showing love, man. Y'all good people in my book. I'll say this though, I will be doing more content. You know, y'all go check out the Pookie Hybrid content, man. A lot of pre-recorded content, a lot of shorts. I'm gonna start stepping up my live production. Me and Tez are kind of figuring out how we're gonna move forward with the 5100 podcast. You know, we both stream from the 5100 podcast. We're just trying to figure some things out. But support us, man. Support the Pookie Hybrid. Support Tez Defy, the channel. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all that real quick before I slide. He got this joint. Let me see. Let me drop down. Yeah, so y'all go support my guy there. And I'm gonna get out of here, gang. So it's your guy 5100 CJ, aka the Pookie Hybrid. I'm gonna catch y'all with the next live show. And let me say this: I'm trying to work out to doing 2 a week. I be so busy, bro, but I'm gonna try to do 2 a week and 2 pre-recorded shows a week as well. So Monday and Wednesday for the pre-recorded, maybe Tuesday and Thursday for the live. We shall see. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna holler at y'all, gang. It's your guy 5100 CJ, aka the Pookie Hybrid, and I'll be back with the next video and live show. You dig.